Podcasts are hot right now. How do I know? Well, you're listening to one right now, aren't you? But you might be wondering, how on earth do I get my voice out there and start my own podcast? It all seems so intimidating. Between hosting and platforms and monetization, it can get real complicated real quick. Well, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. We started this podcast over 2 years ago, not knowing clue one on how to do it. So how do we do it? We did it with Anchor. Anchor is the free podcast app with creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. And Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on all the platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. And everybody likes money, right? Well, you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So go right now, download the free Anchor app, or go to Anchor FM to get started. It's the eCommerce Minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news with your host, John Suder, Bart, Mroz, and Brittany Blackman. The eCommerce Minute is a production of SUMO Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm located in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com. It's eCommerce Minute episode 757.
In today's episode, Uber to launch U.S. grocery delivery.
As we reported, grocery delivery apps are on a tear this year, accelerated by the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. Seeing an obvious opportunity, Uber announced that it's adding grocery delivery to its Uber Eats app in several cities across the Americas. In the last few months of the pandemic, its rides business has plummeted, but food has been Uber's savior. Its restaurant delivery service, Uber Eats, has seen orders grow 100% plus year over year. Now Uber is doubling down on food to fuel its bottom line. The U.S. grocery rollout will begin in Dallas and Miami, where the company recently soft launched with partner Corner Shop before expanding to other cities. Uber launched the service recently in 19 cities across Latin America and Canada. The company is partnering with chain groceries as well as regional players. In Montreal and Toronto, shoppers can receive deliveries from Walmart and Metro stores. Uber is partnering with chain grocers as well as independent shops for its broader rollout and says it offers tools to retailers like inventory management and order picking technology. Uber will have the advantage of a very large base of consumers and drivers to tap into. Shoppers can choose the grocery delivery tab from the main screen under the Uber and Uber Eats app, select their retailer, and browse by category, similar to the other ordering apps. If they've used an Uber app before, their address and payment info are already saved in the system. Raj Barry, Uber's global head of groceries, said, quote, "It's really bringing us closer to our vision of being this one-stop shop for all customers' food occasions," end quote. Uber is a food company now. End of story. Mic drop.
It's wild. Like,
Well,
honestly,
I mean, that's logistics, right?
Yeah.
I feel like just yesterday, I was a freshman in college. I was paying $6 to get to Center City from North Philly in Uber, and it was so cheap. And then now we're here.
Yeah,
and
we're here.
Uber rides are expensive, and now they're a food company. It's wild.
I gotta say, Uber Lyft rides are pretty expensive now, even at the lowest level.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Oh my God, yeah.
Just to jump into Uber's like $15 now.
Even
Yeah, well-
pre-pandemic.
Last week, I had to actually use it. It's like, what is happening?
Yeah. Well, you know what they did. They did the old, we're capturing eyeballs and market share. So they were losing money on every ride. But I think those
They
days are
really
coming to a
lost money.
close, like, especially now that no one is taking Ubers or anything.
Yeah.
I mean, there are people taking Ubers. That's false equivalency there. But I think there are less people taking Ubers and more people are getting their crap delivered to their house instead of going out.
Oh, for sure.
For sure. As reported a few episodes ago, Uber bought Postmates. So this is all kind of wrapping it up in a tight little bow. Uber has the advantage. They have the good app. So this is kind of a no-brainer for them. I don't know. I don't know if I would use this, though. Would you use this?
There's just so many other options.
Yeah, that's my point.
Unless they hook up with, well, I can say is spending the time down shore. When we were ordering from ShopRite, it was ShopRite truck delivering it. It's actually now Postmates delivering it.
Oh, really?
Or DoorDash, because there's a lot more people here now. So that the ShopRite truck does not, there's like, they have two.
So it's DoorDash single drivers, or is that, how's that working?
DoorDash single driver, they just pack them into their cars and they bring it over.
They're just adjusting for flow. It's just, more people.
Right. What I'm saying is that somebody like Uber drivers can do the same exact thing. And I think they're doing it. It just happens that around here, the Uber drivers or the Lyft drivers signing up for DoorDash to deliver food or Uber Eats, the same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're delivering grocery stuff now.
What we said the other day is like, if you're an Uber driver, you're going to be delivering takeout. It might be Uber Eats, might be Postmates, doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It doesn't really matter on your end. You're still transporting the food and you're still under that one umbrella. Yeah, very interesting.
I mean, to the consumer like me, Uber's very controversial internally. So it's like, am I going to go with the controversial company that I already have my gripes with to order this food delivery? Or am I going to go with like a trusted staple in grocery delivery?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, just wait 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 until we get the Lyft announcement that they're delivering groceries.
Yeah. I mean, that's the same thing with what I'm saying with DoorDash, right? I've been ordered from ShopRite every other week or so, and the truck was showing up, right? And then one day I get a call from DoorDash saying, hey, we're here. And I'm like, so you might not even have a choice.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
That's really what I'm saying is you might not really have a choice at some point where, yes, you order from online with Acme or ShopRite or any one of them, and all of a sudden a DoorDash or Uber shows up with your stuff.
Right, because Giant always used Peapod. I remember that.
Yeah, Peapod is owned by them.
Wait, who owns Peapod? Giant owns Peapod?
Yeah.
Oh,
whatever the Giant stores, whatever there's a whole bunch of them. Webvan is coming back, my friend.
Isn't that funny? Isn't that the greatest?
And Brittany, if you do not know who Webvan is, they were the first.
Oh boy, what was the delivery service, Bart? Why do I always bring that up?
Webvan? No,
the one
don't remember.
That you could just order like a candy bar and they would come on a bike and deliver it.
Oh, GoPuff?
No, GoPuff, but 20 years ago.
Oh, I don't remember.
Why can't we remember this? We had a little psychic break there. We were going down Web 1.0 history here, and Bart brought up Webvan, and of course, I had to go down the rabbit hole. Does everybody remember Home Grocer? How about Cosmo? Cosmo was one of those, like, they would bring you a video game, a DVD, a music, books, food, or more. Basically, a guy on a bike would, you'd order just one thing, and the guy would come running on a bike. It was bonkers because they lost so much money on literally every order, but it was one of those things like, oh, we're going to capture eyeballs, et cetera, but they collapsed. R.I.P. So, it's all coming back. Just waiting for the sock puppet to come back. What was the Pets.com sock puppet? Ancient history. All right. Where am I? What is my name? Okay.
That's the theme of the day.
Yeah, really. All right. Close a little stat time. In 2019, 111 million people used the Uber app on a monthly basis. Uber's net revenue in 2019 was $14.1 billion with a B in US dollars. Interesting stat. The percentage of women Uber drivers is, how much do you think? What percentage of women drivers?
Like 30.
27%. Very close.
Oh,
You get a half a bell. A report from MIT found that U.S. drivers working for Uber and Lyft made an average of $8.55 per hour. That's higher than a previously reported figure of $3.37 per hour. I guess that amortizes their gas and the repairs and all that crap. And I think there was some other stat of what they make per week. On average, the problem is that a lot of drivers that do it only do it 1 or 2 days a week, so it probably brings the average down. Uber used to be the great thing for the side hustle, but now I guess it's very rare when you see one driver that only drives for one. They usually have both stickers on there and are probably doing other side hustles if they're driving full time. Because I know every time I go to Florida, I get an Uber driver and he turns around and goes, here's my card. Call me on the side. Call me. I'll take you to the airport.
That.
$50. I'll take you to the airport under the table.
That's wild.
Yep. And now they're delivering groceries. Boy, do you know, if you become an Uber driver, can you just say, I hate people, but can I just deliver groceries? Because I would do that.
I think
so. I think you can. I think you can actually choose those things. I'm pretty sure you can.
Because then
you can just drop for Uber Eats, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want people in my car. I want groceries. I like groceries.
Well, I mean, now it doesn't really matter. It's happening anyway.
Right, because if I became an Uber driver, I'd have no customers anyway. All right, guys, got anything else?
Nope.
All right, that is your e-commerce minute for today. We'll see you on the internet tomorrow. That's it for today's show. If you like the show, do us a favor and subscribe or leave us a review on iTunes. And don't forget, you can now listen to the e-commerce minute on your Amazon device. Just add e-commerce minute to your flash briefing. And finally, if you have a comment or suggestion or just want to say hi, find us on social media at SUMO Heavy.